I believe 2026 will be an insane year, and I mean that both in a good and a bad way. For Linux and gaming, I think this year will be phenomenal, just like 2025 was. But at the same time, prices for PCs, like RAM prices for example, are making it quite unfun to be like into gaming and PC gaming specifically, or just building PCs. And prices will be especially important for the Steam hardware that's coming out early this year, like the Steam Frame controller and big one, the Steam Machine. But first, let's talk about some plans I have for this channel specifically in 2026, and after that we can talk about some games, hardware and some personal stuff that's gonna be happening this year as well. The video will have chapters, so if you want to skip ahead to some topic that you are more interested in or skip one you're less interested in, you can do so. In 2025, I would say I produced like semi-regularly videos more towards the end of the year, but the beginning was I wasn't uploading like at all, I think. And that's also because of my apprenticeship. I don't have that much time, and sometimes I just want to chill after work, even if I would have like an hour or two. But I'm just too KO and just want to focus on just chilling out a bit and playing some video games. I mean, looking at the channel right now, the last two videos, the Linux starter guide and the turning my old PC into a Steam machine, those performed really well as well. And so obviously for plans this year, I would still like to do more Linux videos, even though I would have one idea right now for a follow-up to the starter guide video, like going into, for example, VirtualBox and testing out like CachyOS. There was a distro that was recommended in mass under the Bazite video. So I would really like to just have a look around that distro and also make it like a tutorial at the same time for how to use a virtual machine and test different distros, because that's like the first step I mentioned in my starting Linux guide, because I still think starting out and testing different distros and desktop environments to see what suits your vibe is like the best way to start. So I would like to do a follow-up on that video. And yeah, my Linux journey isn't stopping anytime soon, and I'm pretty passionate about it because it's just fun to use my computer with Linux, and every time I switch to Windows for editing these videos in the Adobe Cloud, like Premiere and Photoshop, I just get a little sad. It's just not as fun. Topic for another video. But yeah, it's just so much fun to lose a Linux distro. Like any distro I've tested so far, it's just been fun. And I want to keep making videos about it as well, if there's a good topic, and just share it with you guys. But then at the same time, I would also like to do more gaming again. And the main game that I built my channel on was obviously Unturned. And I have not touched Unturned in almost 3 years. I believe the last time I played Unturned was like in March of 2023. It was around the time when we did a lot of the Unturned Blackout server stuff that P9 was running, which sadly shut down. That was like the most fun I've had making Unturned content. And sometimes when an update came out on like a Friday, I would just punch out that video, the update showcase, in like 3 to 4 hours. And I believe those were pretty good, and it was really fun. There would still be like some content I could make. For example, there's always updates coming out. I haven't looked at any of the updates in like 3 years. The game has changed. I've like seen snippets every once in a while on the like Steam News showcase that is on your Steam library, but I haven't touched the game or looked at the game or looked at videos of the game. Sorry, P9. But at the same time, I don't really play the game anymore. I don't really have that much time to put into the game. I like games that I can like play single player and just save whenever I want and quit whenever I want. Or just have games that take like 15 minutes per run, for example, like roguelikes and stuff like that. I would have to be very passionate about it again. Tell me in the comments, maybe if you watch my Unturned stuff, English and German, would you like to see some Unturned stuff again? And I still have Unturned Console Edition on my PS4, so, you know, we could do a little follow-up on that. Maybe doing the Russia quest lines on like the map Russia. Obviously, one game that's always been on my mind, and that's probably gonna be gameplay footage in this video, is Minecraft. I still have, like for years now, a lot of video ideas written down, but I've never actually done them because I always feel like most people have already done those. Like doing different challenges or playing different versions of the game, finishing different versions of the game, or maybe some mod packs, like smaller ones. It's Minecraft content. Minecraft is very oversaturated, and I still feel like I would want to keep Minecraft in my personal gaming stuff and not my gaming that I do for YouTube stuff, but we'll see. I need to plan more time for gaming content because like these IRL videos, which is what I write them down as, take a bit less time to like plan out, record, and it's just one-on-one here with the camera. It's a bit easier to edit like every once in a while, I guess you could say, and not have like multiple episodes, like it's a one condensed video. But another game I have actually not had the free time or not enough to continue doing. I did record a Schedule 1 video actually on the topic of recording like gaming stuff now, but I didn't get around to like doing one last session of recording. I already have like 6 hours of recording, and I could upload that, like I was thinking like at the end of last year, like just upload it to get it out, like the raw footage, or very generously cut and just upload like a 4-hour video. But I didn't want to really waste that footage because it's kind of an interesting challenge, like completing the game in Germany edition. Like you're only allowed to have 2 plants and you're not allowed to go out after curfew. You're not allowed to use dealers. I only allowed myself to deal myself because it's like sharing with a friend, you know, because you know you can't really progress the game without selling in like at least in a semi-entertaining way to play. But yeah, I still have that recorded. I think the footage itself and the challenge is pretty fun, but it is easier than I expected, and I don't really know where, if I do a next recording session, the video would end. The challenge, where would it end? That's kind of the problem with the video, and like time-wise, I focused on other videos and that were shorter to produce and had less footage to edit, like the Linux stuff and the retro gaming series that we're doing. Those are easier to produce for me with the time I have. But yeah, I would really like to do some more gaming. And on the topic of stuff I have had written down for years is like, for example, CoD Zombies as well. I'm not really a big fan of the end of Black Ops 6 Zombies, and I didn't even bother to buy Black Ops 7 because Activision. Yeah, I would love to maybe go into the older games, and for example, the Team Fortress 2 Zombies custom map for Black Ops 3 was actually received pretty well. It got like 700 views and then kind of flatlined, but 700 views on like a Black Ops 3 video. The game is from 2015. The game is over 10 years old, and yeah, it's still really fun. There's some great custom maps, and for example, in kind of this style of video for 2023, I used CoD Zombies footage from like a Fall Guys custom map as gameplay. We could do some challenges that I have had written down for years now, like the reverse rainbow perk challenge on like Origins and stuff like that. Hard challenges, but really fun for a video, for example. I want to do obviously more retro stuff this year. Like next up is the N64 video, and I kind of want to do a mix of the style I use for the NES video and the SNES video. For the SNES video specifically, I wanted to record without a camera, not record myself while recording the audio, so I had to use my audio with B-roll on top of it and force myself to not just rely on one-to-one camera talk all the time and actually just put stuff on screen to entertain. And I think that was pretty okay compared to the NES video, but I kind of want to mix the two videos for the N64 one. After that video, I would either continue with the PlayStation 2, because I do have the PlayStation 2 and PS2 Slim, or we continue with Nintendo consoles and go to the GameCube. So yeah, I want to do some more gaming videos in 2026 because I kind of neglected that in 2025 because I focused more on just retro consoles. Like, I love my gaming collection, okay? It's pretty cool to have all those old games and recent games in physical and just showing that off because it's a fun hobby. The Linux stuff is like something I just got into last year. It's been like 8 months now since I started using Linux, like for real on this PC in a dual boot. So yeah, it was just, I want to focus on that, but I do want to go back to more gaming videos. That's kind of the plan for this year, and just kind of kick myself in the ass a bit and upload like every 2 weeks and not every 4 to 6. But yeah, then we get into something I want to talk about, because 2026, like I mentioned in the intro, is going to be insane. Upcoming game releases. Obviously, the big one that got moved from May, my birthday, 26 May actually, all the way to November of this year, the GTA 6 release. I still think it's gonna happen this year. I was very sure at the time that the game was gonna get delayed to next year, and it did. But then it got delayed to the end of next year. I didn't think that would happen. Maybe the PC release, I was like, yeah, it's gonna take another year or two for the PC release. But yeah, that's obviously a big one coming up. And with, like I mentioned, the PC prices and stuff like that going through the roof, I think it's like a great time to go into your Steam backlog or gaming backlog, actually play those games. For example, during last week I played a bit of Tomb Raider, like the reboot 2013 game. I completed that in like 9.4 hours, I think it was. Pretty fine game, and I'm looking forward to playing Rise of the Tomb Raider now, and after that Shadow of the Tomb Raider, because I wanted to get into the Tomb Raider series after they announced that there were going to be new Tomb Raider games. Like one, I think it was a Reimagine or something, coming out this year, and in 2027 next year there's going to be a like new game, like origin new game. So yeah, just playing through my backlog would probably be a great time this year. I can like recommend that with the amount of price increases we are experiencing in like PC and console gaming, and just please let the Steam hardware be at a reasonable price. If it's like 900 or 1,000 euro, okay, fine, it's gonna be priced like a PC. Prices are insane at the moment, but please don't let it be more than like 1,000, 1,100. Even 1,000 is like too much. But yeah, let's hope and pray to Lord Gaben that it's gonna be okay. On the topic of playing games you already have, for example, Schedule 1, I really love that game. I am looking forward to new updates. The developer Tyler made like a post that he's got like an office now, and they already recruited one new developer. Early this year there's going to be another quality of life improvement update, but after that there's going to be more updates. So I'm really looking forward to Schedule 1 updates. It's such a good game. Like if you don't own it yet or are interested but haven't decided yet if you want to buy it or wait for sale and buy it immediately. It's a really good game, addictive game, no pun intended. And another game I'm looking forward to is Yakuza Kiwami 3, like a full-on remake of Yakuza 3. I am currently playing Yakuza Kiwami 2. When Kiwami 3 comes out, you know, I hopefully have Yakuza Kiwami 2 finished by that point. So I don't have to go to the PS3 or PS4 remastered version of Yakuza 3. I do own both of those physicals, so I could, but if there's a remake, I'm gonna play the remake, because the remakes look really insane, and Yakuza is just a good series. But yeah, let's talk about some purchases that could be relevant to the channel this year. I would love to obviously own some of the Steam hardware and make videos unboxing those and like review my experience with some of the Steam hardware products. For example, I'm obviously, like I mentioned in the Bearside video, gonna get the Steam controller. The Steam controller is gonna be perfect for my old PC, so that's a win. I'm gonna make a video about it. You get basically a second part to the Bearside video where I upgrade my old Bearside machine, so that's kind of fun. But I don't think I'm gonna have the money, for example, for the Steam machine. I mean, it's not really relevant for me with my old PC, but the Steam frame, I would love to buy it. I would love to unbox it and make like a video about it, or do VR content maybe, or use it as gameplay. But I will not have the money to buy the Steam frame, I'm sorry. Maybe next year. And yeah, talking about like not having enough money to spend on like a Steam frame, some personal stuff. Like I mentioned, always in an apprenticeship right now, and that apprenticeship is coming to an end this year. I will probably, hopefully, finish my apprenticeship this year. And obviously that comes with like practical and written exams and stuff like that. But after that, I will hopefully earn more money per month, because I'm out of the apprenticeship and working the same job but for better payment, basically. So yeah, that's probably gonna happen towards the end of the year. Middle of the year, lots of the exam stuff. End of the year, like August, September, I'm gonna start earning more money. And that also perfectly goes into the next point. I will probably also move out of this apartment, like my mom's apartment. I'm gonna move out of the nest, hopefully at the end of this year, but maybe early 2027, depending on if I can find like a apartment for me and my girlfriend to move into, and it doesn't clash with like work and her university stuff, and actually finding a place and not have to commute to work as well as long as I have to do now. I have like almost an hour drive to work and then back from work home, so I spend 2 hours each day in my car. Yeah, could be better, could be worse, you know. So that's hopefully gonna change at the end of this year, but that's also gonna be stressful, and I won't have that much time to make videos because there's other stuff to focus on. So actually keeping a more regular schedule is gonna be harder this year. It would have been easier last year, but I just slowly started getting better at the schedule for these videos. Can't win them all, okay? But I'm gonna try this year. And yeah, at the end of this video, like with all the Linux stuff I was doing last year, I want to keep building on that, like not just for making videos about Linux, but just being more privacy and like aware of my data this year. I've been slowly doing that over the last few years, even besides the Linux stuff. The Linux stuff was just a natural progression of that path, I feel like getting away from the Windows telemetry and stuff like that. I have never really made a video about all the stuff I'm doing, like moving from Gmail to Proton Mail and like getting into VPNs, maybe like Mulvet VPN, for example. I want to try that out. I sent them like €5 for 1 month, and I'm just waiting for the bank payment to go through. It can take a couple of days to go through. Just stuff like that. That's the reason as well why I deleted Instagram and my Twitter account. I only have a Bluesky account, my YouTube account, and I even deleted my Reddit account because I don't use it. And you can at least browse Reddit without an account. My god, fuck you Twitter and Instagram, fuck you. And I have TikTok still. I would have deleted that, but my sister and my girlfriend actually wanted at least one place to send me memes, so I just kept my TikTok account. So if you want to follow me, I don't upload there, but you know, follow for follow. Yeah, that was one of the big reasons I switched to Linux. That's just a natural progression, like I said. I feel like for more privacy focus and just controlling a bit more of your data, like controlling or deciding who can have some more. But yeah, I think there's only one thing to say for this year, like the motto this year. It's gonna be start anyways. And if you started or wanted to do some like New Year's resolution and you haven't started yet and feel bad now because we're already halfway through January almost as of recording this, just continue anyways. Like start anyways and continue anyways. Like even if you fail, for example, if you want to do a bit more gym stuff, be a bit more specific. Like say, for example, I started doing every Saturday when I wake up, I'm gonna do some gym stuff at home. And I started doing that, even if I like skipped 1 or 2 weeks where I didn't do it because I was like out for like a shoot or out with my girlfriend or just doing other stuff or sick. When the next Saturday came around, I just started continuing. I just continued. And that has helped me personally. For you, this might not help at all. It helps. It's a great mindset, I think. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you want to see more gaming content and Linux content, retro gaming content, subscribe. That's pretty much going to be the focus of this channel. And yeah, I hope you had a great 2026 so far, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. But let's start this video out with me talking about some plans I have for this channel in 2026. Ja, ist ja gut. Yeah, 2 months later, there's gonna be the great... Fuck. Oh well.